The title of this story is Skipper McFlea. Captain Samuel sailed the sea with his parrot, Skipper McFlea. Skipper McFlea sat on his captain's shoulder and sang all day and all night. I'm not afraid of pirates. I'm not afraid of mice. If you want a job done, I'll fight anyone. I'm brave pirate parrot, Skipper McFlea. One day Captain Samuel said to Skipper McFlea, I miss my wife and children. It's time to go back to land. Land? Said Skipper McFlea. What's that? Land is a wonderful place, said the captain. You'll love it. But Skipper McFlea hated living on land. Land didn't rock and roll like the sea. He had to live in a small cage on Captain Samuel's lawn because the family didn't want to hear him sing all day and all night. He sang very sadly. I'm not afraid of pirates. I'm not afraid of mice. If you want a job done, I'll fight anyone. I'm brave pirate parrot, Skipper McFlea. Captain Samuels was so happy to be home with his wife and children that he didn't notice how sad his good friend Skipper McFlea had become. One day, Skipper McFlea decided to escape. Nibble, nibble, nibble. Skipper McFlea nibbled 2 holes in the bottom of his cage. Now he could walk with the cage on his back. I'm free! I'm free! Yippee! Yippee! Sang Skipper McFlea. He ran across the lawn. I'm free! I'm free! I'm going back to the sea! He sang. But poor Skipper McFlea banged into a tree. Splat! His cage tipped up, and Skipper McFlea was stuck with his claws in the air. Captain Samuels and his family came running. Are you okay? They asked. If you want a job done, I'll fight anyone. Just let me go back to the sea, sang Skipper McFlea. My poor old friend, said the captain. Skipper McFlea is not happy. I shouldn't have put him in a small cage. He has no room to walk and fly, Captain Samuel said to his wife. So Captain Samuels built Skipper McFlea a big cage and put him in it. No, no, cried Skipper McFlea. Just let me go back to the sea. You'll love your new cage. Wait and see, said Captain Samuels. Skipper McFlea hated his new cage. He decided to escape again. Nibble, nibble, nibble. Skipper McFlea nibbled 2 holes in the bottom of his cage. His claws were free, but Skipper McFlea could not lift his cage. It was too big. I'm not afraid of pirates. I'm not afraid of mice. I am afraid of cages. Land just isn't nice, sang Skipper McFlea. Poor old Skipper McFlea, Captain Samuel said to his wife. He wants to go back to the sea. The next day, Captain Samuels and Skipper McFlea went down to the wharf. There they met Sailor Fred. Parrots are cool, said Sailor Fred. I would love Skipper McFlea to come sailing with me. So Skipper McFlea sailed away with Sailor Fred. Captain Samuels cried as he waved goodbye to his friend. Skipper McFlea was happy to be back at sea. I'm not afraid of pirates. I'm not afraid of mice. If you want a job done, I'll fight anyone. I'm brave pirate parrot, Skipper McFlea. You be the television newsreader. Read a news item about the story of Skipper McFlea. First, you have to help write the words to introduce your story. Type your name and click Next. Choose a name for your television station or make up one of your own and click on Next. Choose a name for the weather forecaster on your television station or make up one of your own and click on Next. Here is the news item for you to read. Click Go to start. Use the speed adjuster to make the auto cue speed up or slow down. When you're ready, you can read your story to the class. Word Detective. Here are some sentences from Skipper McFlea. Read the words or click on Listen, then click Next. The next day, Captain Samuels and Skipper McFlea went down to the wharf. There they met Sailor Fred. "Parrots are cool," said Sailor Fred. "I would love Skipper McFlea to come sailing with me." Click on the word in the text that matches the meaning. Try and find 3 words before the timer runs out. Click on the speaker to hear the meaning. Click Go to start. Travelling across the sea. Sailing. Travelling across the sea. Awesome! Colourful birds that can be trained to talk. Parrots. Colourful birds that can be trained to talk. You've got it! A place where boats tie up. Wharf. A place where boats tie up. Nice work. You got all 3 right. Sailing, travelling across the sea. Parrots, colourful birds that can be trained to talk. Wharf, a place where boats tie up. Click on play again to have another turn or print to print your results. Write a silly story with the Silly Story Maker. Type your name and click Next. Type your class name and click Next. Choose the animal that would look best on your head. A goat. Choose the best name for a bay. Blue Bottle Bay. What would you most like to take on a trip on a pirate ship? Cakes and cauliflower steaks. What would you most like to eat right now? Peaches. What would look best on your knees? Crab apple cream. What would you most like to get on your birthday? Sand and an ice cream. What would you give your parrot on its birthday? A bird bath. Click on Go to get your silly story. Click Next to read your silly story. Click Listen to hear your silly story or read the story yourself. Sailor Fred put a goat on his head to stop his ears getting colder, then sailed away to Blue Bottle Bay with Skipper McFlea on his shoulder. They took some cakes and cauliflower steaks. They took some yogurt and cheese. They took some peaches to eat on the beaches and some crab apple cream for their knees. They got to the bay at the end of the day and they followed a map to a tree where they dug up some sand and an ice cream for Fred and a bird bath for Skipper McFlea. What a great silly story! Click on the print button to make a copy to keep or play again to make another silly story.
Adverbs. Adverbs tell us more about verbs. Adverbs tell us how something happens. Like slowly. The ice melts slowly. quickly. The ice melts quickly. Adverbs tell us how something is done, like happily. The girl laughs happily. Sadly. The boy cries sadly. Loudly. The dog barks loudly. Softly. The mouse squeaks softly. Now you know what adverbs are.